So McRonald opened at 6 a.m. and closed at 11 p.m. So this is a total 1,080 minutes. So we can think about 0 minutes. 2, we can accept the customer by 10:59 p.m. So that is 1,079 minutes. So you can work on that. But this is a very nice store. If you line up by 10:59 p.m., you're gonna get served. So we are going to work on that. So I can think about each time. So each minute. So I'm going to work on for each minute. Starts from 0, 9 minutes less than 1,080. Then min plus plus. At each minute, I'm going to check if a new customer comes in or not. There's a 20% chance. So I can use a probability, not the random. Is 20%, I'm going to accept new customer. Okay. I forgot to change that. By the way, I can also check number 2 at each minute. Do I have to serve a customer or not? Serve a customer. That means if my queue is empty or not, we'll decide. If a queue is empty, I don't have to serve to customer. If a queue is not empty, I have to serve a customer who is standing on the front. So let's think about the queue again. If we take queue, first in, first out. That means when I have A, B, C lined up, they are lining at the end, but whoever in the front of the line will be out first. So first in will first out. So you're gonna check if I start to serve a new customer. You need to check somehow. This is your own way to check. If I am serving current customer, so one of the cases, not both. If I am starting to serve a new customer, which is at the front of the line, you probably need to make sure the serving time is set correctly. The serving time will be between 2 and 7 minutes. Then if you're serving a current customer, you have to decrease your serving time by 1. Then if you are serving a current customer, you also need to check if serving is done. That means the serving time becomes 0. If the serving is done, you have to remove your customer from the queue. The customer will leave the McRonald. So you can remove. You're going to keep doing both. Then after you close the store, while there are still customers, keep doing number 2. You don't get new customer, but you are going to keep serving to customer. Then if they are served, remove them from the queue. You can also display your current queue. So in the while loop, you also do number 3, display. So display means how many customers are at current. So what this number means, we can say arrival time. What is the first one? Current time. So in my case, min. So you can see the recommended output at McRonald.java. We are gonna do only this. If you have extra time, you can do the rest of them for fun. After you are done serving all the customers, you have to print your statistics, total number of customers, and average wait time. That means you have to know total wait time, then longest wait time, and longest queue. So how can I trace those? There are some static variables. We are going to use them. Then I can check. Whenever I add new customer, I can increase my number of customers variable customer increase by 1. Whenever I remove a customer, I can calculate the wait time of my customer. How can I get my wait time? Current mean current time minus the arrival time of this customer. So if my customer arrived at 56, then it started to serve at like a 59 and finished at 63. 63 minus 56 is the total wait time. So you are going to calculate the wait time of this customer, then add it to total wait time. At the same time, you are going to check if this is the longest wait time or not. So you are going to find the next value, longest wait time or not. When you display, you are going to display the whole queue. So you can also check if current queue is longest queue or not. So you can use size method, queue node size method. Wait, where's my queue? I didn't make the queue. I probably want to use queue for this problem. There is a type. Then my queue equals new. Queue is interface, not a real object. So I'm going to use linked list. What should be the type? You can use either one. You can use just the integer, or you can make your own customer class object. Then you are going to use a customer object. So you can think about what should be defined. Integer means I'm going to store the arrival time into my queue. Then calculate everything by using separate variables. If I want to use a customer class, I probably will keep the arrival time of this customer. Also, you can set the serving time. Also, if you want wait time of this customer, You can have all three or you can have only one of them. It's up to you. It's your design. So you decide which one you're gonna use. Then depends on what you're gonna use, you're going to design this program. So for the wait time, you're going to just do total wait time divided by number of customers. Then longest wait time, longest queue, you can just check. Whenever you find the bigger one, you're gonna update. Actually, if you look at the Schoology, I'm going to now share the PDF. There's two different algorithms that are very similar, but two different algorithms are also introduced. That is the McRonald teacher note. One algorithm is what I just said. You use a for loop first, then after for loop, while your queue still has something, you're gonna keep doing. Then print all the statistics. Or you don't have to use a for loop at all. If you see here, I use just one while loop. While my time is less than 1080 or queue is not empty, I just keep doing. But whenever I add a new customer, the time must be less than 1080. And also random. The probability is 20%. Then the rest of them is what you can do in the while loop. So you can refer anything or you're gonna design your own.